Apparently, this girl's credit card debt gets worse as time goes on.
You wish I was.
Hold on. Music. So card balance $1,126.64, $1,373.36 available. Hold on. And she covers up the payment for that one. This one is Quicksilver 1, $1,567.72 is her current balance. $2,432.28 is her available credit, which means what? She has basically like a $4,000 credit limit on that, and her minimum payment is $25. So this card, she apparently tends to have a balance on it. This one is a Discover card, $5,893.42, and her available credit is $4,057. So she has a $10,000 credit limit on that. But what scares me about this, which I mean, having credit card balances like this is a very bad situation to be in. But what scares me about this is that, like on this one, she's literally over 50% of her utilization on this card. Like, that is horrible. This credit card is at $9,678.10. Now, there's no payment, like minimum payment due, so I'm thinking maybe she did a cash or like a balance transfer with this card. But that seems weird because this is like a Disney Chase card. So that's kind of weird. Interesting. But this is like a lot of debt, right? So that's what. Let's just round up for like simple numbers. So 10,000. Let's go here. So 10,000, 6,000. So we'll do 16,000. We'll do 1,500 for that. We'll do 1,600. So, okay. Actually, no, no. Let's do 2,000. So that'd be about 18,000. And nah, I'm not gonna round up on that one. I'll just say 1,000 for that one. So 19,000, 19,000, $20,000 roughly. Like that's pretty horrendous. Like, and the reason why I say it's horrendous, like that's basically 20 grand. I mean, technically a little bit under 20 grand on purely consumer debt, right? Is purely on credit cards. And based off this individual's TikTok account, they like to travel a lot. They like to go to like very fancy restaurants as well. So basically, I'm going to assume that basically all the money, for the most part, all the spending that is done on these cards are experiences and basically food slash consumable type, right? Where you spend your money on it and it's gone. Like you don't have anything like tangible after spending your money, which makes me really sad because basically you're spending all this money and it's like literally just going into the air, right? So let's see. So the creator says, my favorite thing is that in a TikTok about my debt, there are so many fat shaming and fat phobic comments. Have the day you deserve, y'all. Interesting. For those asking, one, the Disney card wasn't spent at Disney. It works like a normal Visa, lol. And second, my FICO credit score is 728. The thing is, I highly doubt that's actually what her score is, just because of how much debt she actually has compared to like her debt limits. So I think if she were to really get her credit score like really like figured out, it'd probably be more like mid 600s. This person says, and I thought my 2K debt is bad. This person says, my debt mindset is so bad that once my balance gets down to 1K, I basically feel like I paid it off and now deserve to spend more. That is a horrendous type of mindset because that basically means that you are constantly in the loop of debt, like constantly always spending money. I get anxiety when my card hits $100. I cannot. This is my nightmare. The creator says, I'm just saying if everyone who liked this video Venmoed me just $1, I'd be more than out of debt. Oh well. But she has to clarify that it's just a joke and don't Venmo her money. Interesting. Girlfriend, I'm rooting for you. Please close one of those cards. Close one of them. She needs to close like all of them because she obviously is not good at using credit cards. Let's see. This makes me feel so much better actually. Thank you for the transparency. Some of us have made some mistakes we're trying to change. Sad emoji. Hey, here's the thing about making mistakes, right? As long as you make the mistake and you are trying to like change that or improve after the mistake, there's nothing wrong, you know? I mean, it's sad that you made the mistake, but still. Exactly, if you can't laugh at yourself, then you'll just be miserable in the long run. I agree with that. 9K in one card. I no longer feel bad. LMAO. I always feel like I'm catching up on my cards and then some insane life expense or change happens. And the main reason why someone like this is feeling that way is because they don't have an emergency fund. Like, this is why when you're getting out of debt, what you should really do, and we go over this, but like if you want to learn how to specifically get out of debt and how I got out of debt and grew my net worth, go down below. But you need basically 1 month of your expenses, your living expenses, like things that you need as like an emergency fund before trying to go and get out of debt, right? Because it would help prevent you from going back into debt just to pay for an emergency. This person says one of my cars was at $260 and the other is probably around $300 and I was stressing. All right, let's get some balance transfers and lower interest rates ASAP. The problem is that won't actually help her because she's the type of person that is constantly spending money, right? The balance transfer slash lower interest rate type of way of getting out of debt only works is one, if you have a very good credit score, two, if you make enough money from your job or slash side hustles or side jobs, part-time jobs, whatever, like basically you're bringing in enough money to justify it because typically when you do a balance transfer, you will either, depending on your credit score, in your relationship to whatever company, you might either have a very low like percentage fee, right, for a set amount of time, or if you're extremely lucky, you might end up having like a year, like 12 months to 14 months, where you actually have no interest on that balance transfer. But maybe you got to pay like a 1,000 to 2,000 fee or like a percentage of the total amount of debt as like a fee to be able to do that. But again, you need the income to justify that because you got to basically try to pay it off within that time frame, or you're going to be spending a disgusting amount of money in a very high interest rate amount, right? So that's something to think about. And again, it wouldn't really help her because she keeps spending money on with debt, right? She's not spending her own money. She's spending debt. She's spending credit card money, which is just bad. And the problem is she's also spending money, like more money, like she's doing more spending on cards with balances. Okay, but how did you qualify for a 10K credit limit? By asking. Let's see, I was up to 50K in credit card debt. Now I did debt consolidation and slowly working my way out of the hole. 2024 cannot get here soon enough. Good luck to you. I probably might not have done debt consolidation depending on your specific situation, but I don't know that. The amount of people who make poor life and financial decisions in the comments thinking this is okay. It's definitely not okay to do this. In terms of like your financial safety, this is really bad. Honey, are we okay? Living the dream. See, now this is the interesting thing, right? Because the description of this video that she did is called Living in a Comfortable Crisis. Look it up. But basically, she pretty much admits that she just likes to spend a lot of her money. The way I have basically these exact credit cards and even higher balances. I feel like everyone on this sound has the same cards. Damn, I think I'm the only person I know with zero debt. Getting the Apple Card ruined me financially. It is so easy to use. Well, maybe that's a warning to anyone who stumbles upon this. Don't get the Apple Card. Me living my best life while carrying plus 10K in credit card debt, but a 720 credit score. I'll pay it off when I either get rich or die, but what 10 like look, 10K isn't a crazy amount of debt. It's not good to have that. It's very easy to pay that off, but what? Come on. Balance transfer saved me. The transfer fee is usually less than what I pay in interest, and then I have some time to pay down the debt, zero interest. OMG, run away from credit cards, my friend, far away. I was there less than 2 years ago. I was there. One at 15K, one at 9K, and one at 2K. You got this. Just keep at it. I didn't know I would. Dang. Why does everyone have the same credit cards? Oh well, these companies know what they're doing. That's for darn sure. Damn, this just made me feel so much better about my little 600. Look, like, oh my god, this person says they got 90K in debt. On what? Me too. Depressing a flex. Lord. Girl, I spent $40,000 in 1 year on my credit cards on fun and clothes and makeup and just paid it off 5 years later. Oh my god. Like, can you imagine spending 40 grand on basically useless crap in 1 year? That is so much money. I wanted to buy a home, so in 2020 worked on my debt and paid off almost 16K in less than 6 months. I was so proud of myself and now I have a house. Nice. And here's the thing that like a lot of people don't actually understand, right? To qualify for a home, your income to debt ratio has to be healthy, right? Meaning you have to have basically more than 50% of income in terms of like cash flow versus the amount of debt that you carry or expenses that you're responsible for, like to be able to qualify for just basically any home. So, wow. You know, they invented credit cards to make up for the fact that our wages weren't keeping up with costs of living. Everything's on purpose. No, that is not why they invented credit cards. The reason why they invented credit cards is because they knew that it was an easier way to transact, right? Not only that, they knew that they would end up making more money by using credit cards. Because it was originally like made like it was originally like a debit slash like membership program that first started everything, but then basically it turned into credit cards and it's just this whole fiasco. I wish I could get approved for that much. Crying emojis. The thing is, I get worried when I see someone say something like that because that kind of means to me like, oh, you want to get approved for a higher debt amount just so that you can spend money. I found my people. I stopped answering the calls and opening the letters. I hope they forgot about me. Ooh, bad idea. Currently have 13K in credit card debt, LMAO, but like who's not in debt these days is okay. Well, personally, I'm not in debt. And if you want to learn how to get out of debt, down below. Let me tell you something. This is how people's scores in the hundreds look. I don't know why credit scores work like this. No, that is not true. People with like 800 credit scores, the reason why they have 800 is because of length of time on their credit history. Very, very low utilization, meaning, let's say they have a $20,000 credit limit, they're only using like at basically any given time, like 1,000, right? And they have basically never missed a credit card payment or any sort of debt payment or utility payment or mortgage payment or any sort of type of payment or even cell phone payment at all for multiple years. Tell me you don't know how to use a credit card without telling me you don't know how to use a credit card. Why are we normalizing bad financial decisions now? The sad reality is that there's so many people that are constantly making bad financial choices, and sometimes some of them don't even realize or even notice why. Not gonna lie, girl, your utilization is like over 50% on each card. It's okay, I'm rooting for you. All three of my credit cards are maxed out. I'm going to apply for a fourth yellow. What? Why are there so many people just horrendously bad with their finances? I thought my bills got leaked for a second here. Are you me? My bills are outrageous. What are these comments, y'all, for real? Having credit card debt isn't all that bad. What's bad is when you're over half the limit, 30% of limit max. This girl is broke and shouldn't be normalized. Uh, Having credit card debt is always bad, regardless of what you're using it for. Why? Because you are paying massive amounts of interest that you can't really get back in terms of an investment. Now, it's a little bit different if, say, you are running a business and you're using that card specifically to spend money to get more business, aka to make more money. So if you spend $100 with a credit card, but you're able to make $500 back with a $400 profit, in some cases that might make sense. But just carrying debt, like carrying a debt balance on a credit card, is basically one of the dumbest things that people could do with their finances because you are just giving these card companies monthly payments basically forever until you pay it off. I just got a FedEx from Chase saying they were going to take legal action if I didn't pay 18K in by the end of the month. You are not alone. Like, here's the problem too. There's a very good chance that they might come after your wages, or like they might dock your wages. So it's not a good idea to one, not pay your bills, but two, like people who use credit cards correctly will always like say how good it is to use credit cards because of the points, the cash back, etc. Right? But this is the other side of it. This person, right? Where they're now facing like legal action because they can't handle using a credit card. So, for every one person that's able to use a credit card correctly, you probably got like 20 of these Jesse individuals where they just can't handle using a credit card. I'm at $10,000 in credit card, not including my car loan, which is 12K, so that's 22K. But everything has super low interest to no interest. I don't feel alone now. Girl, please try to pay off your debt. That's a really bad situation to be in. Was cashback bonus. I have Discover Card too, and this is my first time with a credit card, and I don't know if I should apply my cashback bonus. Like the thing is, like what you could use cashback for, depending on your card, is you could literally use it to help pay your debt down, which some people may not even realize, right? So if you're like spending consistently on a credit card, right? Your credit card cash back bonus can be something that you just deposit straight into a bank account, a checking account, checking savings, whatever. It could literally just be something that you cash out, or it could be used to just be sent straight onto your actual credit card to either lower down the balance or to pay the minimum. As soon as I got approved for my Walmart credit card, I went crazy. Now I regret it. Dear Lord. Same. And this is why I don't listen to anyone telling me to get more credit cards, and I'm scared with the first one. I felt this on a personal level, and it eats at me every day. Interesting. I've been swimming in my debt for years. I found my people. I feel seen. So much damn debt. Why is there so many people so bad with their finances? Oh, okay, I gotta stop reading. This is like depressing the hell out of me. Oh my god. And this is how I got into massive debt as well. There's so many people like this. Okay, so if you want to learn how I got out of debt and grew my net worth, go down below or go to 40inbox.com. This is this is so bad. 25K in credit card debt. Jesus Christ. 200K debt 2 years ago. Okay, this is bad.